Hey everybody, back with my wonderful daughter Savannah, and we had a great first session. She's hitting a lot of flush shots now. She's back. It didn't take very long. And we're going to make sure that the setup now matches the picture. So she knows the difference between fade and draw. That's the first thing I showed her when she first started playing soccer. And she was so good at kicking the ball. Her first year as I'd like to gush a little bit. It was a pretty remarkable first year, and that's what really moved, made the decision to put her into soccer and get her out of all the other sports. 55 goals in 14 games. So that's because she knew how to kick first and foremost. Then it's just a matter of, hey, I'm going to kick it there, and then I'm going to be over here, and then I'm going to kick it there. So once the kicking is done, then you can organize yourself around the field, right?
Yeah.
It becomes a lot easier. Yeah. But when you can't kick the ball, it becomes a lot harder. Yeah. All right. So you have a release to target.
Yeah.
How do you know your setup matches the picture? And this is where Goldilocks comes into play, okay? So go ahead and set up. We're going to play a little draw from keep off grass to wet paint. So you're lining up to wet paint, and you're getting ready to release to keep off grass.
Yeah.
So are you far enough or close enough to the ball right now? So let me see you get much closer. Could you swing freely to keep off grass from there?
No.
You feel that everything's jammed up.
Yeah.
So get too far now. Back way up. Bend the knees a lot. Bend the knees way down. Doesn't that feel ridiculous?
Yeah.
Right? It feels like you can't move because your legs are in molasses.
Yeah.
So doesn't that feel like you'd have to reach for the ball?
Yeah.
So now what's the one in between? So right now, in your brain, it should be, when I let the sword release me to keep off grass, does it feel like my arms can swing freely in front of me, and I can stay in balance through the arches of my feet?
Yeah.
Doesn't that feel solid?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's number one. Number two, as far as ball position is concerned, go ahead and set up. If we wanted to release to keep off grass, just right edge of that, would that fit?
No.
Where's that going to go? Way left.
Yeah.
Exactly. So now your brain says, well, heck, if I need to go there, I'm going to have some fancy manipulations to make.
Yeah.
Okay? So, can that go left edge of the intermediate point?
No.
Doesn't that feel like it's going to go way left?
Right.
Way right.
Yeah.
Okay? And also, you're going to have some contact issues. You're going to have to face the ball a lot more to get that contact proper.
Yeah.
So, where does the ball position need to be for you to stay, here, let me fix that a bit here, for you to stay left edge of that intermediate point? How's that feel?
Good.
So are you lined up first and foremost? You look a little closed, so get that, aim a little more to the right. There you go. So now do you feel like you're parallel to that line with the intermediate point? Yeah. And it feels like you can let the sword release you to the left edge of that.
Yeah.
Perfect. Go ahead. Let the sword release you in that direction. So, did you stay with it?
No.
All right. So you see, this is the cool part, and this is when we get to the golf course over the course of the summer when we're ready to get out there. The number one priority for her is to count, like in 36 full swings you have in a round of golf, how many was she able to stay with the shot?
Yeah.
All the way. So taking your focus by the hand and saying, okay, left edge, yes, I felt a nice release left edge, I'll put my hand in the fire, I swear to you, Dad, right? Okay. Okay, good miss. Did you feel the release of the sword out here or more down here?
More at the ball.
More at the ball, fantastic. All right. So, if you see how you're releasing a little bit at the bottom?
Yeah.
So do one above the ball again. Feel the release of your sword. Did you feel how deep that was? Yeah. That was more out there, wasn't it? Perfect. Lower it to the grass. Make your prediction. If you release, does it feel like you're cutting grass?
Yeah.
Good. Feel the release. Much better. So that started perfectly online.
Yeah.
I could see you stayed with that, but you hit it just a hair thin.
Yeah.
What are we doing about that?
Nothing.
Nothing. Love it. Next one. We're going keep off grass. When you let the sword release, everything's in order?
Yeah.
Let the sword release you. Oh my.
That felt good.
Goosebumps right here. That was just a phenomenal golf swing. So that is what we call pure and flush, and that's what we're looking for. So I bet you your brain has a new benchmark now after that one.
Yeah.
Your brain just went, whoa, that's the one, right? So every other swing you're going to make is going to be compared to that.
Yeah.
And this is the beauty of it. So when you're practicing like this, and again, I'm coming to you with that study from the Johns Hopkins University. When you're performing a task that's very close, so you want to alternate. This is too far back, that's too far forward, that's just right. This is too far, this is too close, can't swing, this feels right. So you Goldilocks your setup, and you Goldilocks your release, and if your brain can identify the difference between out there release and down here release, your success is inevitable. It's going to happen, because as soon as you feel that flush shot, your brain's going to go, ding, that's the one I want. Then it starts comparing everything else. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Oh, that's closer. Oh, there it is again.
Yeah.
And that turns into, oh, there it is again. There it is again. Not bad, not bad. There it is again. So now all of a sudden, you're ready to go onto the golf course. You never have to worry about contact. And you feel much more confident in staying with your targets. Right?
Yeah.
Let's see another one. Let's go with a fade this time. So line up to the right edge. Play that ball a hair forward, close the face a little less. You ready to release your sword?
Yes.
If you do, everything's in order. Feel that release. Good miss. That was released out there, just a little thin.
Yeah.
So you could back up a bit, bend forward a bit more. There you go. So if you release in that direction, do you feel like the sole of the club is going to drag through a little bit of dirt here?
Yeah.
All right, let it release you. Wow, fantastic. And that started exactly on the right edge of wet paint, and that was coming back for a fade. Beautiful release to the right there. So, you clear on that?
Yeah.
Next session, she's going to throw some clubs. You haven't done that, since high school?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to throw some clubs. We're going to have a good time. And then she's going to understand why, with the release of the sword and when we're throwing the club in the direction that we want to, it all is concerning the target. So if you stay on target, you'll throw it properly. If you lose the target because you're worried about something, then that's where you kind of lose the wheels. See you in the next episode. Way to go.